Yu Menglong's death shakes Beijing. Xi Jinping orders the narrative. On September 29th, commentator Laundering revealed in his latest video that, according to inside sources, the relentless outcry from netizens over Yu Menglong's death has rattled the CCP, so much so that Xi Jinping himself has stepped in. Xi reportedly issued a directive to the Central Political and Legal Affairs Commission: seize the initiative, define the case, conclude that he took his own life out of fear of punishment. That phrase, seize the initiative, is telling. Until recently, all traces of Yu Menglong were wiped from the internet. Even his name was banned. But now, censors have quietly eased restrictions, allowing his name to reappear. Why? Because the party may be preparing its counterattack. And how might they strike back? According to Laundering, by doing what they do best, fabricating stories. They might claim Yu Menglong targeted the child of a local official and then killed himself in shame. To sell the narrative, they could roll out evidence, videos, photos, documents, all easily manufactured with today's AI technology. For the CCP, forgery is effortless. That's why vigilance is essential. The regime is desperate to flip the script, and nothing is off the table. Previous reports already suggest Yu Menglong's mother may be under house arrest, and whispers say his relatives could be paid off to stay silent. Meanwhile, a pressure campaign may already be underway. Threats, bribes, subtle warnings. Commentator Laundering also revealed that the case has struck a nerve at the very top of the CCP, prompting the regime to unleash every trick in its playbook. On September 28th, he said he was contacted by someone claiming to be a friend of Xin Qi, the man suspected of orchestrating Yu Menglong's death. This person, speaking on Xin Qi's behalf, delivered a warning. Stop spreading claims that Xin Qi is connected to Xi Jinping. He insisted Xin Qi knew nothing about the incident, was never at the scene, and threatened legal action if such rumors continued to circulate overseas. More disturbingly, he echoed the party's smear campaign, blaming Yu Menglong himself as someone who assaulted others and jumped to his death out of fear of punishment. 2 days later, on September 30th, Laundering reported that when intimidation failed, Xin Qi's camp tried bribery. They offered to buy him a round-trip ticket to Hawaii this winter if he would stop talking about Yu Menglong. Laundering dismissed the offer outright, saying the price was far too small to buy his silence, and vowed to continue speaking out. These tactics are all too familiar. And when we connect Laundering's revelations with everything else emerging, one conclusion is unavoidable. Yu Menglong's case is tied directly to the highest levels of the CCP. If it did not touch their core interests, the state would not mobilize its full machinery to bury it. And who sits at the center of this web? Two names surface again and again through their link to suspect Xin Qi, Qi and Xi Jinping himself. Billions at 27. The dark secret behind Xin Qi and China's entertainment shell game. According to commentator Zhen Fei from True Viewpoint, a startling document circulating online points to something extraordinary. Hubei New Energy Co., Ltd., a subsidiary of China Electric Power Group, has a registered capital of more than 4.1 billion yuan, about $2.2 billion USD. Even more remarkable, Xin Qi, born in 1991, became a shareholder at just 22. By 2018, at the age of 27, he was already chairman of the board. How could someone so young suddenly control billions in state-owned capital at a rank equivalent to Vice Department level? Many believe the answer is simple but disturbing, that Qi, or even Xi Jinping's inner circle, installed Xin Qi as a white glove, a clean front for funneling corruption proceeds and offshore black funds into the system, disguised as SOE investments. Because Xin Qi held shares as a private individual rather than an institution, it was far easier to mask the money's true origins. From there, he could channel funds into shell companies under celebrities' names, tens of thousands here, hundreds of thousands there, disguised as endorsement fees, joint projects, or merchandise sales. Eventually, the funds re-emerged as legitimate profits. Through Xin Qi, the elite had their perfect laundering pipeline. And the deeper we dig, the more convincing this theory becomes. Zhen Fei further revealed that many contestants from the talent show Happy Boys, including Yu Menglong, were entangled in vast webs of shell companies. Nearly all were registered in Jiaozhou, a county-level city under Qingdao, infamous for fast, cheap registrations. The similarities were uncanny. Identical addresses, companies created on the same day, as if mass-produced by a factory. This is the classic signature of a shell company cluster. China's courts back this up. In 2023, the Supreme Court noted that such address clusters accounted for 30% of laundering cases, often involving celebrities with multiple companies. A 2024 report went further. These clusters had already moved more than 50 billion yuan, around 7 billion USD. Analysts believe one agency oversaw the entire network, using stars as fronts to launder dirty money into clean income. Here, a shadowy web begins to emerge. Has China's entertainment industry become nothing more than the money laundering toolbox of the CCP elite? The entertainment industry itself has become the ideal cover. In 2024, China's box office pulled in 60 billion yuan, about 8.4 billion USD, while advertising revenue from talent shows reached into the hundreds of billions. With that kind of flow, fake transactions blend easily. Setting up a company costs as little as 10,000 to 20,000 yuan, about 2,800 USD, turning artist studios into shell company havens. Money can be washed through script investments, merchandise sales, and endless intra-company transfers until it comes out sparkling clean. Yu Menglong's own case reflects this perfectly. His dozens of bizarre trademark filings, covering everything from scientific instruments to fireworks and even arms, are textbook red flags of laundering operations. Funds shifted between shells and withdrawn as legitimate income. If the rumors are true, that Yu Menglong uncovered evidence of this scheme on a USB drive and paid with his life, it would explain why he seemed to sense his own fate. Fans reported seeing him at an airport with facial bruises. During a live stream, when asked about the marks on his forehead, he gave a chilling reply. If one day I suddenly disappear, remember, it won't be an accident. Even more haunting is the pattern. Yu was not alone. Other artists tied to the same company met eerily similar fates. Qiao Renliang, Ben Shi, and Ren Zhao, nicknamed Little Angela Baby, were all connected to Tianyu Media Co. Limited. Every one of them died young. Every one of them fell from a building. Is that really coincidence? Or were they silenced for stumbling onto the same dark secret? The laundering empire of China's ruling elite. If so, then Tianyu Media is not an entertainment company at all. It is a graveyard for artists. The system that destroyed Yu Menglong. A friend breaks his silence. Amid the mystery surrounding Yu Menglong's death, a longtime close friend, now living overseas, Wu Yang, spoke in an interview with the People's Paper. He described Yu as kind, sincere, and incapable of taking his own life. He revealed that Yu had confided in him about the darker realities of the entertainment industry and had even considered leaving it. Wu Yang first crossed paths with Yu in middle school, though they were in different grades. A shared art class sparked their friendship, and a mutual love of photography cemented it. Even after Wu Yang relocated overseas during the COVID pandemic, their bond endured. Messages and long calls bridged the distance. He still remembers their last video chat in May of last year. Yu appeared worn down, openly admitting that the acting world drained him. The endless networking, the forced smiles, the pressure to curry favor with powerful figures. More than once he confided that he dreamed of leaving the industry behind. Then came August. When Wu Yang rang again, Yu sounded upbeat, grateful for Wu Yang's online support, promising to send over his latest photo album. It never arrived. Instead came the shocking news of his death. In disbelief, Wu Yang called repeatedly, hoping for an answer that never came. For Wu Yang, the idea of taking his own life is unthinkable. He recalls that Yu had once told him how casting roles were influenced by people with powerful backers, particularly those with red second-generation backgrounds. On one occasion, Yu said his film director, whom he respectfully referred to as leader, offered to take him into Zhongnanhai, the heart of CCP power. They reached Fuyao Street, but Yu received a phone call and didn't go in. His director went in alone. Even this August, Yu's focus was forward. He told Wu Yang he was preparing for a new film portraying the poet Liu Yang. Those ambitions, Wu Yang insists, don't align with a man about to give up on life. The system as the culprit. Online discussions have speculated about suspects. Wu Yang believes the real picture is larger. He said, these so-called celebrities and tycoons could never have risen without powerful officials backing them. The conflict was not between Yu and an individual, but between Yu's integrity and a system steeped in corruption, debauchery, and decadence. He pointed to the entertainment industry's underbelly, money for power exchanges, sex for favor deals, and criminal behavior. Many actresses, he noted, are mistresses of red second-generation officials. Some male stars are forced into servitude. Within such a system, Yu Menglong's death was inevitable. Wu Yang concluded it was the CCP system that killed him. The CCP is the true culprit. Brainwashed by the CCP. Still, Yu Menglong did not always see this connection. According to Wu Yang, he was somewhat confused. Yu often spoke about doing good deeds, supporting schools, donating to organizations, but in reality, all those institutions served the party, each with its own party branch. His donations could easily have been embezzled by officials. Even his charitable acts ultimately strengthened the CCP. Wu Yang added that Yu also enjoyed participating in programs at CCTV, the party's flagship broadcaster. Yet CCTV's role is clear: to spread lies and brainwash the population. For Wu Yang, Yu's tragedy was that, having been indoctrinated, his talents and good intentions were misapplied. Wu Yang said, without realizing it, he nourished the very system that destroyed him. Why Wu Yang fled. When a reporter asked Wu Yang why he had gone overseas and why he hadn't helped Yu Menglong escape the suffering under the CCP as well, Wu Yang explained that during the CCP's lockdown of Wuhan at the outbreak of the pandemic, he witnessed neighbors dying, some from starvation, others from poisoning. After the White Paper movement in 2022, when the regime suddenly lifted restrictions, Wu Yang, who had participated in the protests, feared retaliation. Once he managed to leave China, he resolved never to return. From abroad, Wu Yang said he was finally able to see clearly the CCP's decades of crimes. He even urged Yu to make the 3 withdrawals: to withdraw from the CCP, the Communist Youth League, and the Young Pioneers. During one of their video calls, while Wu Yang was walking down a street, a banner promoting the withdrawals appeared in the background. He told Yu, "This can save your life." But Yu brushed him off, cautioning instead, "Be careful, move away quickly." Regarding the 3 withdrawals, which is a movement that began in 2004 after the Epoch Times published its landmark series 9 Commentaries on the Communist Party. The series came out during one of the CCP's most brutal campaigns, its persecution of 100 million Falun Gong practitioners in China since 1999. As loved ones and witnesses watched innocent meditators thrown into prisons, tortured, and even subjected to organ harvesting, silence became impossible. That is why so many Chinese people, along with supporters worldwide, chose to do the one thing within their power: spread the word and renounce the CCP and its affiliated organizations, including the Communist Youth League and the Young Pioneers. The movement's initiators believe that such a declaration severs the oaths of loyalty once sworn to the CCP, helps people break free from its grip, and opens the door to a better future. Many participants publish their withdrawals online, using either pseudonyms or their real names, often through the platform tuadang.epochtimes.com. According to the Global Service Center for Quitting the CCP, more than 452 million people have already made the 3 withdrawals. Name the CCP fears. Returning to Yu Menglong's death, unable to speak out inside China, countless netizens have turned to overseas platforms, vowing, "Until the truth comes out, we will not stop." On September 20th, a user launched a petition on the international NGO AVZ titled "Justice for Yu Menglong." By the time this video is released, more than 150,000 people have already signed. We've included the petition link in the description below, so you can add your name as well. What began as the suspicious death of a single actor has become a storm the CCP never saw coming, a storm shaking the regime itself. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this analysis valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.